Hey, my friends, welcome back to Midweek. I'm so excited you're here. Thank you for tuning in. I feel like this topic is so important, and so I just want to jump right into it. And it is this: there's few things more important than knowing who God says you are. Not who other people say you are, but who God says you are. And the way to find that is by spending time with Him, finding out who He is, and He will tell you who you are. And so I want to read you a few scriptures. I have a few scriptures today to go over, just to encourage you and remind you about what God says about you. And so it says 1 Peter 2:9, but you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His wonderful light. And then it says in Ephesians 2:10, for we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them. Psalm 139:14, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. And then Ephesians 1:4, for He chose us in Him before the creation of the world to be holy and blameless in His sight. He chose us in Him before the creation of the world. How powerful is that? He saw us and said, you know what? I choose you no matter your mess ups, no matter your sin, no matter your insecurities, no matter how hard you're going to be on yourself, no matter what other people are going to say about you. I choose you before the creation of the world to come and die for you and love you and make you a royal priesthood. And so we have to remember that. We have to know that in our spirit. I think what we do a lot of times, I imagine our self-esteem or how we feel about ourselves is like a cup, and it's sometimes it's empty, and we take it out and we stick it out to everyone else and say, here's my cup. Can you fill it? Can you give me encouraging words to fill it? Can you give me direction to fill it? Can you give me a prophecy to tell me what I'm supposed to do with my life? And the truth is, sometimes people do encourage us, but that encouragement is not sustaining and is never going to keep that cup full. The only thing that can keep it full is knowing who God says we are. And not only are we going, can you fill me up? Can you fill me up? Can you fill me up? And that's never lasting. But what happens a lot of times too is when it comes to our decisions or how we think about ourselves, people are seeing us through their perception, through how they see us is not always correct. And sometimes it is correct, but sometimes it's not. And so if we build our self-esteem, if we build how we see ourselves based off of what others think about us, we're always going to be found lacking. We need to be filled up by the Lord. And it says in the word that He'll fill us up to overflowing. We need to be hidden in Christ. If I'm hidden in Christ, I'm confident because I know the Lord loves me no matter what. The Lord chose me before the foundation of the world. He called me to be a royal priesthood, to do predestined good works in His name. And so it's so important that we remember that. You know, I was reading my daughter this story about these Wemmicks. I think it's Max Lucado. And it's so funny. It's basically a story about these little wooden people, and they run around and they give each other stars and dots. And if they think you're a good Wemmick person, they give you stars based off of anything. You're a good singer, you can jump high, just these little silly things, you know? And then if you can do those things, they give you all these gray dots. And so these Wemmicks build their self-esteem based off of what their other Wemmick people give to them. Oh, you're a great Wemmick? Wow, I feel amazing about myself. Oh, you can't do all these special things? Wow, then you're not a good Wemmick. You're not a good person. And it's so interesting because you follow the story of this one that goes to see his maker, the wood carver, Eli. And Eli tells him, I don't care what they think about you. I'm the one who made you. I'm your creator, and I think you're special. And so sometimes I think we need to get back to that. You know, it doesn't mean being rebellious or never listening to what, good counsel says to us, but it does mean building our self-esteem, taking our cup back and hiding in Christ and saying, wow, God, you chose me. I'm going to find out what you think about me so that I can move through this life confidently, so that I can make decisions based off of what you think about me, not trying to impress others or be filled up by others or fix my self-esteem based off of others, right? We are hidden in Christ. We find our self-esteem, we find our value, and out of that, our life decisions reflect what Christ wants for us. And so I just want to remind you that today, that you are fully loved by the creator of the universe, that He's saying, I don't care what others say about you. I care what I say about you. And I think you're special, and I created you and called you for a purpose and a destiny before the foundation of the world. And so I want to remind you of that today. If you feel like you've been lacking in that, or you've been waiting for others to sustain you. And you know what's so special? Once we allow the Lord to fill us up, his love to fill us up. It says he fills us up to overflow. So if you imagine that cup again, now the cup's running over, right? And then we're able to actually encourage people in a sustaining way because we're just pouring out the love that he's pouring into us onto others. We can't sustain others with just our words or our love or what we think about things, but we can when God pours his love into us and we allow it to flow freely. And so I want to encourage you with that today. Get with the Lord. Find out what he thinks about you. It will change your life. Absolutely. It can change the direction of your life, and it can absolutely give you purpose and make you feel called and loved. I love you. Thank you for tuning in today. I pray your family is well, and I will see you in the next one.